channel over here. My name is Dawn, where we do all things beauty, and today we have a pretty simple, just 3-product video. I'm going to review for you guys the new MAC Studio Radiance Foundation, and then we have 2 concealers, the Makeup by Mario Skin Awakening and the Haus Labs Triclone Concealer, so one under each eye, apparently, or obviously I should say, and then the MAC's foundation. Make sure you subscribe. This is just first impressions, and then I try out these products, and once I get my final thoughts, I put them in speed reviews for you. And I apologize for how I sound. I am getting over my lovely 13-year-old giving me the influenza type A sickness. I put a post on my community post to feel it a little better, so I wanted to at least get this video done because I have, man, 2 others to film, and then those to edit and upload, this one to edit and upload, and another one to edit and upload. So I'm quite behind, but we're just gonna do this, and then I'm gonna slap some other stuff real quickly onto my face off camera, and I'll come back on and let you guys know what I tried off camera. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. I do have my water here, so I apologize if I have to stop in the middle to get some water. I will say, when I got this home, I just watch all of this when I got the concealers in the mail. I just watch them. They seem to be pretty good colors. A little dark for this one, but we'll make it work. This actually, I said it was a warm neutral because the other neutrals seemed, when I swatched them in store, it also seemed to be a little too light. So I went with NC17, which is supposed to be a neutral cool slash warmish, right? Yeah, no, neutral cool. It pulls a little warm on me when I swatch this. So hopefully we can make it work. But we're gonna apply this with nothing on our face. If I have like a new powder or a new setting spray, I'll apply it with the new foundation, but I like to try these out without any helping powders the first day. So we're gonna try this with not setting it. I typically just set my T-zone and leave the outside of my face fine because I have my bronzers and my blush and all that. So I already have powders and sometimes creams, and then I set those creams with a setting powder or a powder, blush, and bronzer. But we're not gonna set any of this today, and I haven't decided on these yet because one of them claims to be self-setting. So, and we don't have a new powder, but I usually will set not right under my eyes, but I'll usually set right here with concealer, but we'll see. We shall see. We probably won't. Just make sure you subscribe, and then you will be aware of my final thoughts in the speed reviews video once I try these enough. But a little bit about the MAC Studio. It's a Radiance Serum Foundation, and it retails for $40, I want to say 46. I'll leave it up on the screen. I'm pretty sure it's 46, but if I'm incorrect, I'll put the price up on the screen. It's buildable, weightless, 24-hour hydrating foundation. It smooths texture, evens tone, and it blurs pores. Or these are the claims, at least. No creasing, caking, or settling. Has 56 shades. It's been a long time since I've tried a MAC. I never tried just their Studio Fluid Fix. This is a Radiance Natural Finish. The only MAC product I've tried besides their lipstick is the MAC Face and Body, which I really did enjoy. It has 33 skincare ingredients, including 10% hyaluronic acid solution. So because the ingredients list of this is so long, I will screenshot it and leave it up on the screen for you guys as well, so you can read through the entire skincare ingredients list. It's obviously great for dry skin because it's a radiance finish. It's supposed to have a radiant 12-hour finish. It hydrates immediately and over time. Clearly you would have to wear it a lot for it to do the hydration over time. And as far as skincare, don't rely on any foundation that has skincare properties in it or SPF properties in it. Always use your skincare separate and your SPF separate. It says it strengthens skin barrier and protects against pollution. It's water, sweat, humidity, and transfer resistant. So all of this stuff will be tested, and I will let you guys know in the speed reviews. Dermatologist tested and non-comedogenic. Sorry, it's hard to speak right now with not feeling well. So one side of the face we'll go ahead and do with a brush, and the other side with a sponge. I always go, even if when I'm doing my daily makeup, I will always go back over it with a sponge regardless to just press it into the skin. So regardless, I'll go back in with the sponge and press it into our skin. This is the component. So just like their other studio foundation. So let's pump on the back of the hand. Just see how runny it is. It's a serum foundation, so that is pretty runny. So we're gonna go ahead and put it on the back of the hand. I'm gonna take my BK Beauty 101. I really like this foundation brush. I might need to pick up more or put more on the back of my hand, pick it up, but we shall see. I'm just trying to get it evenly coated on the brush, and then we're gonna go in. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to put more on. It's supposed to be a medium buildable, so we shall see, right? I'm typically lately been way more of a lighter coverage girl, but I can like a medium coverage if it is a buildable coverage and it's not too heavy or cakey. Ooh, that's got a really pretty radiance to it. Can you guys see that, like right there? That's really, really pretty. So I'm only doing like half pumps because I don't really know how much to put on my face. I don't want to put too much on. And I have to leave after this. Even though I'm not feeling well, I do have to go do some stuff. But we're gonna put it down the neck. It actually doesn't look too bad. Shade matching. It's not too bad. So it definitely, I will say, is giving us a beautiful radiance finish. So here it is with the foundation. And then without, I would definitely say it's a medium buildable coverage. Now I'm gonna take my sponge and we're gonna go in on the other side. I always take a paper towel and just squeeze out that excess. And I'm gonna pick up what I have left on the back of my hand, and we're gonna just start applying up here on the forehead. I didn't do the forehead with the brush because I do have more lines on the forehead, so I kind of want to leave that just kind of more soft, and the brush is going to give more coverage. So we're going to go in on the forehead with the sponge, but that's so pretty. And I don't have, like I said, no powders, no primers. We're just leaving it to the product itself. That's so pretty. I think I did like in total like 1.5 pumps, but that's gonna give more coverage usually using a brush anyways. So we shall see what a sponge will do. I usually like going in with the brush, and then like I said, I'll still go over it with the sponge just to press it into the skin, because I feel like there's just something about making it all cohesive. And I do the same thing when I'm doing concealer. I will just right here, I will go ahead and go in with my sponge if I'm using a brush in order to just cohesively blend in the foundation and the concealer. But that's very pretty. So here is the foundation. What do you guys think? I think that's gorgeous. Like, that is beautiful. It's a beautiful natural radiance. I definitely agree with the claim of it being medium buildable. I feel like this is on the higher end of light to medium, which is kind of what I like. I don't like a very high medium coverage, and I don't like a full coverage anymore. I used to, but I've kind of gotten away from that, especially this last summer with all of the skin tints that came out. And I've just really grown to embrace my skin, especially now that my skin, I've been able to work on it and it's so much better. All right, guys, so that is the foundation. That's so pretty. I will update you guys in the speed reviews, but so far so good. I feel like it is definitely weightless. It's great for dry skin. I don't know about oily skin. I don't know if that's something oily skin is going to enjoy, because I don't think it's over radiant, but I feel like with having oily skin, you probably wouldn't like this look on your face. But 56 shades is amazing. I feel like it feels very hydrating already. So it says immediately and over time. I'm not sure about the water, sweat, humidity, resistant proof, all of that stuff that has to be tested over time. So again, in the speed reviews, I'll let you know. 33 skincare ingredients is pretty nice. It definitely feels weightless. I do feel like it smoothed my skin and it evened it out really well. So I definitely believe in the claims. I feel like it's a tad dark for being a neutral cool because the normal just neutral tones were way too light. So I went with the neutral cool. And I feel like it is a little bit dark, but that's why I brought it down my neck. I also have my white pigment I can use any other time. I just didn't want to use it in this video because again, I don't want to use it with other stuff. I want to test the formula out on its own and see how it works on its own. It doesn't mess with the formula, but you know what I mean. But it's pretty. For the concealers, I feel like the Makeup by Mario is going to match this a little bit better than this. The Haus Labs is going to be a little bit lighter. So let's go in with the Haus Labs and I'll read you guys some of my notes here. It's non-comedogenic as well. Lawn wearing. It's supposed to blur and brighten. I guess that the brighten kind of depends on the tone that you get. I have mine in the shade 11 Light Neutral. Let's go ahead and do some swatching too and look at the components. So here's the wand. It's flat and thick looking. I've heard some people had a hard time getting their wand out of their component, but I didn't have that issue. So let's go ahead and swatch it. Yeah, that's going to be more, I think, of a brightening shade, but it's not bad. I think that will match quite a bit of my colors that I have for my foundations. It just is going to be a little light for this one, but good shade for wintertime. If I really enjoy this, I might just skip the white pigment and go in and get another one of the foundation for wintertime, but we shall see if I can. The problem with the white pigment is you have to get the correct ratio of the foundation and the pigment. So sometimes that can be hard. You can put too much white in or not enough, or even blue pigment. So I might just go ahead and pick up another shade. We shall see. But the rest of the claims, it's a medium buildable coverage, natural finish. Sorry, it's hard to breathe, guys. Niacinamide, brighten and boost skin hydration. It's got fermented arnica, sorry, reduces the look of redness and irritation, and hyaluronic complex, which plumps and hydrates. It's got flexible pigments that adapt to your skin, so this might be a better shade than I thought. Conceals redness and hyperpigmentation. It's clean at Sephora and it's mica free. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with this one. Let's go ahead and go in on this side. And how I've actually liked doing my foundations lately, I'm trying to find my, here it is. Or not my foundations, I apologize. My concealers is I like to put them on the back of my hand and then I'll either go with a finger or a brush. So it is a little bit thicker too, so I feel like it might be a little drying, but we'll see. I mean, the ingredients says it's going to be hydrating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread it on the back of my hand. I'm not going to go with my finger though. Typically, I only try one concealer at a time, but again, I'm so behind. We're trying both of these out in the same video, and I'm going to take this Rare Beauty and we're just going to pick it up on the back of the hand here. I've been doing this and applying it when I do my brush or even this way with my finger, because I feel like it makes it so placement's easier. I can blend it out really well and I'm not getting too much under my eyes. And I'm just going to start here and we're going to press it in. So it's really nice and creamy. It feels like at first when you swatch it and you pull it out, it feels like it's going to possibly be a little drying, because it does kind of come across that way. But once you get it on your face, this does feel quite nice. It feels creamy, it does feel hydrating, and the shade is a good shade if I didn't have a little bit too dark of a base on, but that's okay. I'm gonna look funny going out with two different concealers on, but I'm okay with that. And I am putting it all the way down here because both of these are supposed to be able to be used on the face as well. So I want to kind of test that out. And I do have a spot here. So we're going to put a little bit right there. And then we're going to go in with the sponge. And I'm going to use this side. And we're just going to tap that in. So that covered it pretty well. Then I'm going to take this side. And I don't go right under the eyes. I just go right where the foundation and concealer meet to make sure they're blended together so it looks like one. It's not just, you know, two shades, especially when the shades are so drastically different. But look at that. That looks so hydrating and that's so pretty, you guys. I'm impressed. And I usually go in with a color corrector, but we're not doing that today. Typically, if I were to be trying these out in 2 separate videos, I would have one under eye with a color corrector in the concealer and the other eye without a color corrector. But here it is without and here it is with. That I definitely believe that is like medium to full coverage. That is so pretty, so pretty. I do need to get a little bit more right there. And like I said, I'm gonna go offline, but we're just gonna very lightly put some stuff on. We're not gonna go too crazy with the face today, but wow, that's gorgeous. All right, now we have the Makeup by Mario Skin Awakening, and I have mine, where's my shade? 200. This one I think is gonna be the closest to my base color of the foundation. Here's the component, so it's a lot thinner, and it's flat as well though than the Haus Labs. It feels really, really thin. Here is the swatch. It's really like, looks nice and hydrating and brightening as well. So let's go ahead and read its claims. Oh, and Haus Labs retails for $32. This retails for $29. And this says it's medium coverage, natural finish, lawn wearing, good for acne, blemishes, and dark circles. As you can see, this lady has them. They're worse right now with being sick. It's a multi-use, so we'll bring it down here as well. And I don't really have any spots on this side, but I'll go ahead and put it a little bit right here because I have a tiny little spot right there. But for the most part, that foundation covered up quite a bit. But I usually only use concealer under my eyes. I don't normally put it on my face, but for the sake of the video, I do want to try to put each one on one spot of the side of my face to show the multi-use of them. It lifts, blurs, and brightens under eyes. And it has caffeine, which visibly reduces puffiness and dark circles. Fermented marine microisms, so that's interesting. It smooths skin with collagen-like stimulation and visibly tightening effect. That's like magic to my ears, being the fact that I'm going on 38, 39, I think I'm going on 39. Honestly, guys, I can't keep track of my age anymore. I'm heading into the 40s in the next couple of years. It's supposed to be crease-proof, lawn-wearing, skin-like, and self-setting. So when I saw that, I was like, that's interesting. So we'll definitely be testing that out. Haus Labs didn't claim to be self-setting, but I feel like it was already starting to set down when I was blending it out. So it might not need to be set. Like I said, when I set powder, I just go right here. I don't go right under where I have the prone to crease. So we're not setting them today. So we'll be testing this out to see if it is actually self-setting. So again, this is going to be darker on this side. We're going to look quite funny, but I should be able to make it work and should be able to not make it look as obvious once I get the rest of my makeup on. All right, we're going to use the Anissa Beauty for this side, and we're going to go in over here. So I'm just picking it up with the brush, and we're going to coat the brush just like we did with Haus Labs, and just look how like hydrating that looks. And then we're going to go here, press it in. Oh my gosh, you guys, I hope you guys can see that. It's like very much brightening and blurring my under eyes. Oh Lord. And it's actually really nicely going into my foundation. Like the shades are matching really well together. Oh, you guys. It feels very nice and hydrating. It's very thin, but very good coverage. Look at that coverage. I mean, I would definitely say that's medium to full coverage. And I don't typically, so I'm going to go with the other side that we didn't use. And I'm going to do the same thing, just make sure we are cohesively blending it all together. I don't normally go for high coverage concealers, but we are heading into holiday season. So those are more medium coverage concealers, but here you guys have it. Like this complexion looks really good. And I actually really can't tell too much of a difference under the eyes as far as how that looks for two different shades. Shall see. All right, so I'm gonna put just a tiny bit right there. We're gonna blend it in with the brush, and then I'll go ahead and, or let's just go ahead and use the sponge. We're gonna blend it in. Oh yeah, That did a great job covering that spot too. Okay, guys. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to go off camera, finish up makeup real quick. I'll jump back on and give you guys my final first impression thoughts. So real quickly, I'll let you know what I tried off camera, and then real fast, we'll go over my final first impression thoughts of the products. I know that sounds funny, but I do like to give my final thoughts as far as how I feel about these products based off of first impressions. And then, like I said, I will give you my final thoughts and speed reviews after I've been able to try them out more. So just real quickly, I put the Ulta Beauty Lip Quench Hydrating Balm on the lips. And then in the eyes, I just put this MAC Studio. I forgot. I said the only things I've tried is a lip gloss or lipstick and then this foundation. This thickness is killing me, you guys. I have this too, which I absolutely love. I've used quite a bit, as you can see. But I put this in the eyes and then on the cheeks as well. And then we put this Too Faced Cloud Crush in Golden Hour on the cheeks. Oh, that was great. Let's just stick our finger in it. And then for the eyes, I just went in with this NYX Glow Shot on the crease. And then for lashes, Elf Lash and Roll. I really enjoyed this low buy and being able to play around with my old makeup in my stash again. All right, so real quickly, my final thoughts. I'm loving this foundation. I definitely feel like it's one that's gonna have to be set. So not gonna set it today. We'll see how shiny I get. I mean, look at that forehead. We're very shiny right now. I always set my T-zone and then leave the rest of my face nice and dewy when I have one of these type of products. But I'm really, really loving it. It's so weightless. It definitely feels like nothing on the skin. As you saw when I swatched it or pumped it out on the back of my hand, it was very water-like, so I enjoy that. And both of these, holy cow, you guys, look at that. I'm thinking they're both self-setting. Maybe this one isn't made to be self-setting, but it looks great. And this one definitely says it's self-setting, and I definitely feel that. Like, they both look like they're set down really well. They look beautiful. I don't think I have to set them. I'll go ahead and set them just to test it out and see what they look like with powders. Not today, but another day as I'm testing them out more. But if I had to choose one right now, if I was told I had to return one, I think it would be Haus Labs. And that kind of makes me sad because I was really excited to try this one. I heard it was coming out, but I'm just loving how this just blurred my under eyes. The Makeup by Mario or Mario. I hear it being said two different ways, Mario or Mario. And I like how it really awakened my under eyes. It's Makeup by Mario and Haus Labs. But I'm loving both of them, but I would choose this one if I had to choose between two of them. And again, the Haus Labs component on the lid, I love her design, but I'm very much impressed. I will be doing also a roundup video of all of the concealers I've been trying, because I have these two. I have another one you guys will be seeing in an upcoming video. I have two more I want to try out, and then I also have the High Glam by Natasha Denona. There you go, hers as well. So there will be that video at some point coming out for you guys. I'm so behind, so I don't know when that one's gonna be filmed, but just make sure you have the bell notification on so you're notified. All right, I hope you guys stuck around through all this, and I'm not usually as scatterbrained, and I don't normally sound like this, so I hope this didn't deteriorate you from subscribing. Please do. I'm so sorry about how I sound. I just wanted to get this video out to you guys and get it filmed, and I was really excited to when I finally got these in, because I've had this for a bit, but I was waiting for these for the video. So I was really excited to film it for you, and I'm feeling slightly better today, so I decided I would do it. So cool people subscribe. I've been told cool people subscribe, so please subscribe, and I promise you it doesn't always sound like this, and I can't wait to share my final thoughts with you guys in my speed reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you again here very soon. Bye.